Could the New England Patriots get a top wide receiver this offseason, or should I say, can the Patriots please, for the love of football, get a top wide receiver target this offseason? On this video, I'm not going to talk about Tee Higgins. I'm going to talk about another top wide receiver heading into free agency. Let's discuss Chris Godwin. I am your host, Allie Barefoot, and recent rumors are now possibly pointing at the Patriots maybe going after Godwin. I'm going to be quite frank here. I think they should be going after every single possible top free agent wide receiver on the market. The number is infinite. Call everybody. Pick up the phone. See what they're worth. See what their interest is in coming into New England. I absolutely think Chris Godwin should be on the list of players to call. The rumor that I saw was actually posted on X. I saw this over the weekend saying news. The New England Patriots are the co-favorite to sign all-pro receiver Chris Godwin if he leaves the Bucs this offseason. A Pro Bowl wide receiver and Super Bowl champion had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons before 2024. We obviously know Chris Godwin did get injured with a season-ending injury this season, so he did leave Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans to kind of fend for themselves right now in the regular season. But nonetheless, if he does come back healthy, I think this is a guy, if the Bucs do not re-sign him, should possibly consider the New England Patriots. But here's what I wanted to break down here about some couple of analysts out there talking about what a Godwin fit would be in New England. And recently, David Latham, I may be pronouncing that wrong, he said, the Patriots have their long-awaited heir to Tom Brady in third overall pick Drake May. Now they need to build an adequate supporting cast. Just an adequate. That's all we're asking for. Chris Godwin won't single-handedly fix the offense, but he is a big step in the right direction. At this point, we need several positions on offense to help bolster Drake May and his type of skill set. And I do think that you're right. Godwin isn't, the overall best wide receiver out there, but he is an improvement. And they continue to say New England has the NFL's worst collection of pass-catching talent, as Demario Douglas, Kendrick Bourne, and Kayshon Boutte are all best in smaller roles. May has already proven he can make most of a poor situation, so imagine what he could do with a legitimate weapon. Let me tell you, I dream about this every night. I just put my head on my pillow and I think, oh, Drake May throwing to Tee Higgins. Drake May throwing to Chris Godwin. What a dream that would be. Do you want Chris Godwin on the Patriots? Type Y for yes, type N for no. You guys about to get hit with the YouTube ad break, so go on ahead, close your eyes, daydream about Chris Godwin being in a Patriots uniform, and comment down below. A recent sportsbook does have the latest odds on possibly landing Chris Godwin, but look, we're still in the regular season. Godwin is still recovering from an injury. I would take these odds with a grain of salt at most. The Raiders right now at plus 450, Steelers at plus 500, Broncos at plus 650. They kind of had that little bit of a competitive edge along with the Patriots, knowing that Bo Nix has also been a very favorable rookie quarterback this year. And then the Patriots sit there at plus 850. I'll take those odds. Top 5 odds. I am all for that right now with 3 more games left to go in the NFL regular season. And what Godwin did in his 7 games played puts all of our wide receivers to shame. It honestly does. 50 receptions on 62 targets. I don't know what that percentage is, but it looks pretty good right now. 576 yards. You can't tell me that if he played 10 more games, he would have cracked 1,000 easily, and that would have been his 5th time doing so. And then 5 touchdowns on the year. There is not a single New England Patriot wide receiver right now that has 5 touchdowns on the year. And he's an over 1,000 receiving yard type of pass catcher. He's done that 4 out of the last 6 seasons. I can see it now. You drafted Drake May, who does have a little bit of an accuracy problem right now in his rookie season. You work on that in the offseason. You pair him with Chris Godwin, who would, I personally think, make a great wide receiver 1 on the Patriots team. I think his role right now in Tampa Bay, he serves best as a wide receiver 2, but he would automatically climb that depth chart immediately when he does, if he does, sign with New England. But the question here is, with all that cap space that we had in this offseason, I know we did try to go out and get some wide receivers, Calvin Ridley, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel. Will they even make a move this offseason? We're going to break that down here in the back half of the show. Before I jump into that, I do want to ask you guys to go on ahead and download Game Time. I'm doing this just to help you guys out because I've loved Game Time ever since I downloaded this app way before they became a sponsor here, and I've never looked back. I love the fact that you have the lowest price guaranteed, not to mention you have a nice little panoramic 180 view from your seat in the app before you buy, and it's all in pricing, so that way you guys do not have any surprise fees at checkout. And Game Time is the only place I go when I'm trying to get tickets to any college football game, NFL game, concert, comedy show, or heck, maybe even the NHL if they're around the corner. Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands and thousands of tickets. The tool highlights the best deals, including great and amazing deals, which are the highest value seats at the time for some events. Game Time Picks also identifies a super deal, which is the best seat value in the venue. That is no joke. Last weekend, my boyfriend's brother and sister-in-law were in town, and I had a super deal to go to the NHL Dallas Stars game. I jumped on that automatically, and I got to show off in front of my hopefully future in-laws. Hopefully my boyfriend's not watching this. And I got to get them great seats to a fantastic NHL game while they were in Dallas visiting us. So if you guys want to impress your in-laws or future in-laws, well, then go on ahead and download Game Time. The holidays are right around the corner, and they do make the best quality time gift. Download the Game Time app. Use code ChatSports. That'll get you $20 off your first time buying tickets while terms apply. Download Game Time. Use code ChatSports. $20 off your first time buying tickets while terms do apply. What time is it? It is game time. Will Eliot Wolf make any game-changing moves this offseason? He better. Oh boy, he better. But he did try last year, but there was so much uncertainty with the head coaching staff being rookies, having a rookie quarterback. It wasn't the end-all, be-all destination for a lot of free agents out there. Now that they've seen what Drake May can do, maybe they want to work with a QB like that. I know I would. So what will Eliot Wolf do? Well, reports say he will make moves, or he's hoping to make moves. What we're hearing on off-season moves, with the most cap space in the league next season, the expectation is the Patriots will be aggressive from a roster-building standpoint. It would be a surprise, barring a late-season collapse competitively, if Mayo and first-year executive vice president of player personnel Eliot Wolf don't return. Owner Robert Kraft acknowledged entering the season that there would likely be growing pains for both of them. And boy, oh boy, is this season been the definition of growing pains. But with the future now around the corner, with 3 games left, and let's be honest, you probably won't win any of those games. Playing the Bills twice and the Chargers once. It's probably 3 losses. There are 2 things that Patriots fans can now start to look forward to. Number 1, you may have the possibility of getting the first pick in the NFL draft. Even if you are 3rd in the NFL draft order, and you possibly have the Giants and the Raiders ahead of you, they're more than likely going to take 2 quarterbacks. So you can still get the best player in the draft when it does come in April. And then projected highest cap space in the NFL, the possibilities are endless. All you need is a yes from a possible star. So why should that be Chris Godwin? Well, when you put him in this wide receiver room, he automatically increases your possibilities with Drake May. Demario Douglas, like they said earlier in the show, serves as a better number 2, but he's trying to be a number 1 right now. I don't even know if you would keep some of those players in the bottom. You can still add in the draft. You can still pick up other free agents that possibly aren't a top 5. But if you can get at least one top 5 free agent, I think that bolsters your roster in the right direction. And I'm going to go with Chris Godwin on this video alone. Obviously, Tee Higgins is my number 1. Then you've got Amari Cooper playing for the Bills right now, though obviously a Super Bowl contender. I can see Amari just really shopping for the prize and going with the Steelers or a Ravens, maybe not with a rebuilding team. But with Chris Godwin coming off an injury, looking to get his feet back on the ground, maybe working with a Drake May is what he wants. And then, of course, Stephon Diggs and DeAndre Hopkins are on that list as well. But my only reserve about Tee Higgins is that I'm really afraid he's going to say no. We got turned down by Brandon Ayuk, Samuel, and Ridley. And I think that Tee Higgins, leaving, he wanted to leave Cincinnati last year. He's been a wide receiver too. He wants to go play either with another great wide receiver one like he does with Jamar Chase, or he may want to be a wide receiver one in the team that has Super Bowl opportunity next year. But with Chris Godwin, he may also want to be a wide receiver one. But coming off that injury and seeing what he can do with a Drake May, maybe with an Alex Van Pelt, we're not sure what that looks like in the offseason. I feel better about Godwin wanting to be a wide receiver one in New England than Tee Higgins wanting to be a wide receiver one in New England. I'm not saying Tee Higgins is going to say no. He may very well say yes. Depends on what we offer him. Depends on what he wants to have in his next step in his career. But I also can see Tee Higgins going after the flashing bright lights and wanting to play for a star-studded team like the Texans, like the Ravens, like the Steelers right now. So I have a question for you. I'm not asking to compare. If I get either of these players, believe me, I am through the roof. But which one would you want to really land in free agency, go after, and try to get? I know a lot of you guys are going to say Tee Higgins. I would say Tee Higgins as well, but I see a lot of positives with Chris Godwin. You can't go wrong with either one, honestly. So go ahead and comment that down below. And as always, if you guys want the latest news, rumors, and everything surrounding the New England Patriots, all you guys have to do is subscribe.